Alrighty folks, welcome back to Out of War. In this video today, we're just going to work on this coal seam basically, making money. So we've got the plant set up, it works pretty well. And what I've been doing here is I've got some concrete, just to make it easier to get down in here and work the coal seam. And I did the same thing over here, and then I removed the concrete and moved it. But it got pretty much this whole shelf of coal here moved out. Now it does go down quite a ways. So I could dig more out of there. This is the shaft that goes down to where the iron and the copper is. But it looks like this coal seam over here goes back under there quite a ways. So I'm just been working on that. One thing I'm running into though is it's pretty rough here, this transition between the concrete and the hill. So I've backed in here, just smooth that off a little bit, and then we'll get back to work. And as you can see, I'm pretty much out of concrete. I've got 2 left. So I might have to do some more gravel. Just go check real quick. It's been a while since I played this. I want to go see where I'm at. And I've converted to wind power. I can't remember if I showed that on the last video or not. It's been like a week since I did that. Yeah, busy times. I got a diamond and a ruby here we can sell. Nothing there. How are we looking in here? Oh yeah, we were waiting on water. The never-ending wait for water. Yep. So I'm out of barrels. I've been working here on this building a little bit. I don't want to get too distracted. I want to just dig coal, but there's always stuff going on. So we need more barrels, which takes iron, right? Yeah, it takes iron. So let's just queue up, say 200 barrels, and get that crunching through. So I've moved the smelter stuff over here, outdoors on its own. I'm just going to build a little building here for our crafting and manufacturing place. So I'm about out of concrete. Let's go, nope, P and sell. Let's just sell this real quick. So we're up over 500,000, which is nice, but I want to earn quite a bit much more money. Let me get those words spit out. And then the plan is to move somewhere else and set up another operation. I think I'll leave this here as kind of our fallback moneymaker. There's a ton of coal here in this area, which I think there's coal all over the map, but there's a lot of coal here close to the surface, easy to get to. I want to go somewhere and tunnel into like the side of a mountain. I don't know if you can see it with the YouTube compression. There's a storage bin right there on my little dot. That's where I was over north a few episodes back. I think we might set up an operation over there where we just kind of dig back into the mountain. Now at level 18, we go to vehicles and loaders. I think it was level 18. Yeah, available to level 18. Now if these numbers can be believed, this has a lot bigger bucket on it, but I don't know for sure. But I do plan to upgrade to the L11. Now, does it say, it doesn't say how much it is. Can't see that until it's unlocked, but we're getting pretty close to level 18. But actually, I haven't paid a whole lot of attention as to what gets us XP. I don't know. I know digging by hand does. So I got a lot of XP just digging this out by hand and digging the iron and stuff. But anywho, that's enough yapping. Let's move some material. And I'm hoping the sound level is better. I recorded a bunch of episodes before I noticed there's a sound bug. So when you load back in your save game, it just loads the default sound levels. But if you go back to settings, audio, and then just save this, it'll save. And then the audio is set. So you have to do that every time you load a save game. I have reported that bug with reproduction stuff, so hopefully that will get fixed. It's pretty annoying. But anyway, hopefully the engine volume isn't overwhelming. And it's a little better this episode. That's the problem with recording a bunch at a time, which I often have to do because of work, is sometimes you don't notice the issues until it's already recorded and rendered out. I had it all scheduled and uploaded and everything. I didn't want to have to go back and read that. But as I record this, tomorrow will be the last episode, I think, that has the sound issues. So if you're watching this, hopefully that's the end of it. Anyway, we'll just dump this in here. There's quite a bit of pay dirt in there, so we'll leave a little bit of stuff out. And I'm just going to work on this dirt here. I'm going to move some material, and then I'll smooth it out with my shovel. The brakes work really, really well. A little too well. But I'm just using the keyboard. There we go. That's about how I want it, so I'm going to scoop off the other side as well. And then one thing I want to try as we do our other setup over there digging into the mountain is you can have conveyors, and then there's like a what do they call it? Not a shelf. A deck? I think they call it a deck. So you can buy a deck and put on those, and then you can actually drive on the deck and dump into the conveyor. So I want to look into that. So maybe we can just dig and then not have to travel so far as we dig back in there. We can't get the tunneler till quite a few levels up, so we're going to be digging with a loader. Which is fine. I think the wheel loaders probably work about the best of any of the machinery in the game right now. Okay, we're getting close to having that roughed. Probably one, maybe two more bucketfuls. Just back down in there. I think at least one more bucket off that left-hand side. And I need some more ramp pieces, but I don't really have them available. It's fairly expensive to even just make the concrete. I have to, well, not necessarily expensive, but time consuming. Gotta dig the iron for the barrels. Alright, how are we looking here? We get this smoothed out with the shovel and we'll see how we're doing. I wish you could jump in not like Michael Jordan on speed fashion. But there's only one jump option. So it looks kind of ridiculous. Let's smooth that back. I'm actually going to just dig some of this out by hand. Do the finish work by hand. A little bit of a high point here. First person perspective. The shovel, it goes kind of like smooth, rough, smooth, rough. So you got to make sure you end on a smooth. Okay, let's see how we do with that. Get this sucker turned around. I think that's going to be a lot better. Yeah, it's a lot better transition. All right, let's move some coal. We're a little deep. I probably should have not started quite so deep, but I was already kind of at this level, so just ran with it. So what I've been doing is just backing out of here. Oh yeah, that's way better. Of course, we're bouncing all over the place. Go physics, go. Yeah, that's better for sure. I know I shouldn't turn with the load up high, but this isn't real life. This is out of ore. I've never driven big equipment like this. Closest I've come to it is a heavy-duty forklift in a factory carrying around dies that were, I think they were 8 to 12 tons, somewhere around that. So a decent chunk, but nothing this big. It's my really only IRL heavy equipment experience. Where'd all the power go? Looking forward to that L11, seeing how that thing does. Also, is my XP going up when I dig? I haven't really. 218389. We get a little XP for something. Is that for dumping? Grab some fuel over here. Let's get a scoop from up here. go. Kept that momentum going that time. So yeah, we're just moving coal. That's pretty much what this episode is going to be about. So I don't know if you want to see that or not. So we'll find out. The support has been pretty good on the series, though. People seem to be enjoying it. And it's getting a lot of views, at least for my channel. It's a lot of views. Max fuel capacity, yeah. I was clicking to move my loader. That's also the same button to refuel. So I get spammed with messages if I'm moving the bucket. Within range of the refuel tank. Got one wheel off the ground there. Lost a little bit of momentum, but not too bad. I'm throwing this thing around like it's a toy. Like I said, the brakes work really, really well. I'm tempted to set this up with not stop and go. Have a shuttle control for the reverse, but I don't remember for sure what this has. I think you can have different transmission modes if I remember, but yeah, for now this works. I'm kind of used to it. The main thing was having the ability to map the left mouse button to be the modifier for running the shovel, because that's what I'm used to with Farm Sim. And I've got thousands of hours in Farm Sim using front loader on the tractor, so that muscle memory just pretty much translates. Still not quite as sensitive as I like it, but I've tweaked it about as much as I can tweak it, I think. Here we go. Nice big snootful. Got some trees over there I need to get rid of. And I see my pump jack over there is stopped. That means we have barrels. So let's dump that. Let's go get some concrete percolating through. I think I still got cement. Just waiting on the barrels. Oh wait, no, I was building barrels. Never mind. The pump jack wouldn't have been running, but it should be done building. We got 133. Let's get pumping water. Here we go. 133 water coming down the pike. And I've still got 300 cement. Oh, I didn't see those in there. I'm blind. I did have some blocks ready to go. Cool. Maybe I can make some more of the slopes. Those work pretty well for transitioning. Yeah, these brakes, they work too well. I need to look and see. I don't know if you can tweak the brake strength when you're using keyboard. That's too far over. We'll make it work. It's a very chill game. I can just sit here for like an hour just moving material. It's good stuff. But I won't make you suffer through that. We'll make a normal length video. 20-30 minutes, something like that. Just moving coal, and so far this scene shows no sign of slowing down. So we're basically just printing money right now for bigger, better equipment. Also building out that new plant over there on the north face. I guess it'd be the south face of the North Mountain. And my thought was that that will get us horizontally into the ore, maybe, rather than having to dig down 30, 40 meters. There's a lot of pay dirt over there, so We at least make some money, even if we don't hit ore. Get that bucket down, get her filled with coal. Just that easy. I'm gonna get rid of these 2 trees. I'm tired of looking at them and running over them. This one's a fern. There we go. Smooth that over like it never even happened. I do like this loader though. You can really overload the bucket and it behaves pretty well. This is the L10, right? Yeah, this is the L10. Been super happy with this loader. It works great. Moves a lot of material. Got a decent amount of power. I wish they'd fix the specs so you could actually tell what stuff was. It seems to be very buggy for some reason. Hopefully over there on the north mine we can get into some stone and actually make our own concrete. It's not terribly expensive to buy the stone and then turn it into gravel. It'd be better if we could just get it for free. Alright, let's put down some more concrete blocks and see how we're doing. I could probably skim a little bit on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Got off course. Let's go take a look here. And we want to be on grid build. Yeah, we're at a good level. Sweet. So there's lots of coal below us. I'm just going to keep going this direction. And we can always go down more. Beauty. Guess I could go ahead and sell this dirt. A little bit of pay dirt I need to hand off. Probably go sell some coal too. I'm sure we have a lot to sell now. Running through the plant. So let's dump this off and we'll do that. Dump you in there. And I'll get my pay dirt in there. And yeah, that should be all. Dump in. Yeah, it's all coming to us. Look at all that. Easy money. Let's let it run for a bit. Of course, as soon as I say that and I go to grab a drink, it's done. 8,600 coal. That'll work. All kinds of goodies in there. And then there shouldn't be anything anywhere else, although occasionally some dirt sneaks through here. I don't know why. I don't know why that would be, because the trommel should separate out all the dirt and pay dirt, which should then come over here. But somehow dirt sneaks through. Maybe it's shaking dirt off the coal. Is like that a thing? Just double check the factory production. It shouldn't, unless they're simulating dirt coming off the coal. I don't know why we'd be getting dirt. Because the trommel separates out all the dirt. So anyway, I don't know if that's a bug or a feature. And then, of course, these are going to be empty because we're not running any kind of gravel through. All right, let's get our stuff offloaded here. So let's do diamonds and you. Rubies and you. Got a little bit of ore here. We'll drop that off. At the smeltery. Is that a word? It is now. 50 gold. Not bad. And we got some silicone. What are we doing on steel? We got enough steel. We're fine. And while we're over here, we'll grab the barrels. Those are all done. I guess while we're waiting, it wouldn't hurt to go ahead and queue up, like, say, another 200 of those. Still got, yeah, I still got 260 irons. We're good for a while. Always run down and get more. And we got even more of that. We might as well queue up the rest of those to just keep on pumping. And we will throw you in there. Got a little bit of water. And then I think I will go ahead and make these ramps. Let's make another set of those. So I put that on 4. Need to do... okay, cool. We had enough. A set of those. Run that through and we got a little bit left over. All right. Oh, I didn't sell my coal. Let's go to sell, and we got 8,600 coal. There's another 78 grand, and $2,400 worth of dirt. That'll work. There we go. We're up over 620. But we're not getting a lot of XP for this. I don't know for sure what gives you XP. I guess I need to look into that. I know digging by hand does. Like I said, when I go dig iron and stuff, I get quite a bit of XP. Maybe I need to do something different with the equipment to earn the XP. Okay, we're at 220, 170. I keep forgetting to look when I take a shovel full here. Do we get any XP for this? We do get a little bit for filling the bucket. Not much. We got a little bit. Hanger on there. Come here. There we go. All right, back out we go. Kicking our wheels high in the air. And then the instant stop. Best brakes ever. And kind of just tapping them. Makes us stop a little more realistically. This is dirt up there. Whee! I did paint this guy. Fedora Farms orange. Anybody watching this? Were you around back in the Farm Sim 17 days with Fedora Farms? That's a blast from the past. There was a Farm Sim series I did on Farm Sim 17. I don't remember the map. I think it was one of Stevie? Who's the guy that jazzes up the maps? It was one of his maps. And I had a bunch of equipment, and orange was our color, so it was Fedora Farms orange. So it seemed like a good color for Fedora Mining Limited, or whatever I call this place. Is it on the screen anywhere? No, I'd have to go look at my company screen. Get it closer. You notice that cut in there. I had to talk to the wife for a bit. She's going to be cleaning the hardwood floor above me. She actually told me this time rather than just doing it. So, nice. So it might be some background noise. Kind of wrapping up this episode anyway. Just moving material, making money. In the next episode, we're going to be over at the North Mine. And we'll get started over there with a pretty basic plant setup. We need to be able to do at least pay dirt. But yeah, I will be leaving this plant here, like I said in the beginning. This will be our moneymaker if we go bust over at the other's place. We can always come back here and run coal. Plus we have the coal and the iron, you know, we can make steel and we can craft stuff over here. I will eventually build a road. That's the plan. Build a road between the two. Whoa! That was a little steep. So I'll want at least a dozer at some point. I don't think the grader is in a very good spot. Let me know if you've used the grader. And honestly, I don't even know what kind of shape the bulldozers are in these days. I haven't used one. So I don't know if we'll get a dozer or if we'll just end up using this. And then a roller would be nice as well, just to help flatten it out. So that's why we're cranked through the money. We need capital. I like the wind generator. It's just needs one. I think I'm like 7 watts shy of being the max that that one wind turbine can handle. It works out. Oh, there we go. Now we got a load. Alright, I'm going to go dump this, and I'm going to go mute because wifey's getting ready to clean the hardwood floor right above me, so it's going to be really loud. Thanks, as always, for watching, folks. Catch you in the next one as we head over to the north and see what we can find in them there mountains. Take care.